Good morning, cuties. Welcome and thank you for joining me and Chelsea in this 1 hour Ashtanga inspired flow. Today we're going to be doing David Swenson's variation of the flow, which we've been running in a few of our classes.
With some added twists.
Because we love a twist.
We love a twist.
So we're going to begin with the opening mantra of Ashtanga Yoga. If you know it, you're welcome to join along. Otherwise, just allow the sound to wash over you. Finding a comfortable seat. Closing down the eyes. We'll begin with one Om. As you sit in stillness, beginning by checking in with the body. The Ashtanga Yoga practice works on the system of Tristhana, the 3 focal points. The first being pranayama, the breath. So begin to cultivate what's known as ujjayi, very soft restriction in the back of the throat that produces an oceanic-like quality to the breath. Keeping the inside of the mouth relaxed. The second is asana, which at this point is our seat. And as we continue to practice, will involve the sensations in the physical body and the forms that we take. So just noticing how you feel through your body today. The final focal point is the drishti, our focus, our gaze, which at this point is internal. But fixing our eyes and our attention throughout the practice allows us to find a steady and focused awareness. Pranayama, breath, asana, sensation and physical form, drishti, focal point and gaze. Take a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Hands on the legs, just give them a little rub to bring awareness back into the physicality. And we'll come over onto our hands and knees. And straight into our first downward facing dog.
As we settle into our first downward facing dog, taking any movements that feel nice. You can make it as deep or as shallow as feels conducive to softening. Even as the intensity of the practice builds, we maintain a sense of intrinsic softness. And so as you take the form of downward facing dog, where are you cultivating support? And where are you allowing to soften? 3 more breaths. Gently strolling towards the top of the mat in your own time. Once you arrive, grabbing opposing elbows, completely relaxing the neck and head. Bring the weight gently back into the heels. Feeling how that brings support into the posterior chain. And then feel the spine cascading over the legs. As if it was a waterfall, energy pouring out the crown of the head. A deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently release the arms, allowing them to fall in the direction of the earth, bending into the knees and slowly rolling up through the spine as the chin guides in towards the chest. And we come all the way to standing.
So we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. Let's bring our hands to prayer at the heart. We'll take modified versions first. So inhale, lift the palms up to the sky, hands come to prayer. A long exhale, roll down through the spine, hands will land on the mat. Bring your fingertips to your shins, lengthen through the spine, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to plank pose. Shoulder blades in protraction, so they're spreading, back of the heart pressing to the ceiling, pubic bone to face. Reach the crown of your head forward and let's drop the knees and untuck the toes. So keep this pressing in pubic bone to face, lower yourself all the way down onto your belly, chaturanga. Keep your hands where they are, press the toes down, press the pubic bone down and inhale, lift the heart up, cobra. Hug the elbows in towards your body. Exhale, release the head. Now keep the spine straight, push yourself up onto your knees, tuck your toes, push back, down dog. And down dog for 5 breaths. Soft bend through the knees. Press the knuckle of the pointer fingers down. Lift through the sit bones. Walk yourself to the top of the mat. It could be lots of little steps or 2 big steps. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise the palms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart. That was one round. Let's come into second round. Inhale, lift the palms to the sky. Exhale, roll down through the spine. Halfway lift, maybe your fingertips stay to your mat now. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Reach the crown of the head forward, knees could be on or off the mat, lower all the way down onto your belly. Cobra pose, open through the heart. Exhale, release the head, tuck the toes, lift the knees, push up to plank. Push back, down dog. As we move through the practice, you're welcome to stay with either of those variations, or you can follow with me and come into chaturanga and up dog on our next round. So step yourself towards the top of the mat, lots of little steps or 2 big steps. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise the palms all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, rise the palms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant hands, you could step or jump back now to your chaturanga. So shoulders in line with elbows. Lift up for your back bend now. It could be cobra or up dog. Energetically squeeze ankles together, open through the heart, and find your way back. Down dog. Stepping or jumping yourself towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Lift the palms to the sky, inhale. Hands to prayer, exhale.
Alrighty, we're going to move into Surya Namaskar B, saluting the sun, which is shining so brilliantly through our blinds.
Yeah.
We're going to come into Utkatasana, fierce pose. So as you drain the hands down towards the earth, inhale, reach them high. Sit the butt low. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, take a half lift. Plant the hands down. Exhale, base of your chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, down dog, grounding through the left heel. Step the right foot forward for a warrior one. One breath, inhale. Exhale, ground the hands, base of your chaturanga. So the pace is beginning to increase. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, ground through right heel, step left foot forward. Inhale, breath, reach hands high. Exhale, base of your chaturanga. Back bend. Down dog. As the pace of the practice increases, notice what shifts and changes within your intrinsic sensation and your external body. Feeling the Agni, the fire of the practice building within the belly, and the heat moving from the center of the body out to the extremities. Inhale, rise up, bend knees, gaze forward, full exhale breath. On exhale, retention, jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, fierce pose, reach the hands high. Exhale, hands to heart center, one more round. Inhale, fierce pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, base of your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, ground through the left heel, step the right foot forward. Inhale, breath, reach hands high. Exhale, base of your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ground through right heel, step left foot forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. And we'll meet in down dog. Richard Freeman describes this Adho Mukha Svanasana, this downward facing dog, as the most important of the practice, setting the tone for the entire standing series. So again, bringing awareness into where you can soften, cultivating a balance of sthira, support, steadiness, and sukham, joy, ease, freedom.
Inhale, rise up, bend knees, gaze forward, full exhale, breath. Jump on retention. Inhale, half lift.
Exhale, fold.
Inhale, reach the hands high, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, Samasthiti.
Great, let's bring our hands to our hips and jump your little feet hip distance apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, so retracting your shoulder blades, and then open through the heart and fold yourself all the way forward. You're going to pistol grip your big toes, so wrap your two peace fingers around your big toes, thumb meets them. Find some length through the spine as you inhale. Fold over the legs as you exhale. Send the sit bones up, the crown of the head down. You have total control here. If you want to loosen the grip, you can. If you want more, draw the crown of the head closer to the mat. Inner thighs wrap back. Release, slide your hands underneath your feet so the toes come all the way up to the wrists, and fold. I like to bend my elbows towards the calves. I find more of a deep stretch into the wrists. Bring your hands to your hips, little bend through the knees, lift yourself all the way up. Hands to prayer, little jump, feet back together.
Okay, we're going to come into Utthita Trikonasana. So step your left foot back, keep your right foot forward, and bring your hands to shoulder height. Front foot faces directly forward, back foot diagonally forward. Keep the legs straight and reach the right arm forward, taking it down to the shin. Left hand high. Spin the chest and the gaze up towards the top thumb. Finding a steady foundation by grounding through the front heel and externally rotating the front thigh towards the right hand side of the room. Pressing into the ball of the back foot, shoot energy up the back leg, through the side body, and then spin and shine the heart towards the sky as you continue to breathe with a sense of softness. Drawing the navel gently in towards the spine to support that beautiful opening of the chest. Digging the front heel down, slowly lifting yourself up. We'll step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Same principle through the body as we set up. Reach forward through the left hand, taking it down to wherever feels comfortable in the leg. Gaze towards the right thumb. As you press into the heel of the front foot and the ball of the back foot, feel that energy of the legs culminating in the pelvic bowl. From the pelvic bowl, draw the tailbone towards the back of the room, and then shoot the crown of the head towards the front of the room, so you're long and extended through the sushumna, the spine, the central channel. And then imagine the corners of your chest widening as you brighten through the heart space. Dig into the front heel, slowly lift yourself up with control, and we'll step the right foot forward.
Revolve Trikonasana now, so step the left foot back. Your left foot toes are pointing towards the top left corner of your mat, and we're going to bring our right hand to our sacrum, that flat bone at the bottom of our spine, and reach the left hand up. This right hand is going to give you some really nice feedback on what's happening with your pelvis. Lift the skin on your belly up, core is engaged. Press down through the heels, reach up through left fingertips, inhale. As you exhale, reach forward, try to keep the spine long. From here, your left hand can come to your calf, it can come to the yoga mat or a block. Find more length as you inhale through the spine, and then exhale, open through the heart to the right. Great. We want to keep the pelvis fairly steady here, so if it's kind of rocking to one side or the other side, see if you can find a sense of neutrality. And then reach the right arm up to the sky. That's an option. If it doesn't feel good for the shoulder, you can keep the right hand to the sacrum. Find more length through the left side of your body, so that's the side of the body closest to the yoga mat. As you draw the navel in, twist a little more, opening through the heart. Pressing through the heels, lift yourself up, hands to prayer, and step the left foot forward. Step the right foot back. The hardest thing about Ashtanga for me is just the stepping and the jumping. It's a lot. I'm always like rocking. Alright, left hand to your sacrum, right arm reaches up to the sky. Find some length as you inhale. And exhale, reach forward. Great. Using your left hand as feedback, right hand in the position that feels good. Length through the spine, inhale. And twist open the heart, exhale. Maybe the left arm lifts. So really press down through the heels. You'll feel that your legs ignite as you do that. It's difficult to breathe into twist. If that's the experience you're having, breathe into the back cavity of your lungs. Lift yourself up and step the right foot to the top of the mat.
Okay, Utthita Parshva Konasana. We're going to come into side angle pose. We're going to step our left foot quite far back, coming into a warrior two shape. Bend into your front knee, hands to shoulder height. Reach the right arm forward through space, either resting a forearm on the thigh or taking the fingertips or palm down on the inside of the right foot. We're going to take our left hand towards the back of the room, bat it down towards the mat, and then bring the bicep beside the ear as we reach the fingertips towards the front of the mat. Dig the front heel down and draw the outer right hip in. Send the energy back into the left foot, and as you press into the ball of the left foot, feel energy shoot up the leg, through the left side body. As you spin the chest open, energy moves all the way into the fingertips. Bring awareness to breath and notice very gently how much weight you have in the right hand. Can you lighten that a little bit and feel the corners of the chest widen? Take one more breath in. Listen carefully as you exhale, dig the front heel down, reach the left hand back. Keep the bend in the front knee, and from the front heel, lift yourself up, warrior two. Whew, and step the left foot forward.
Fire!
Fire! And we step the right foot back, straight away coming into our warrior two shape. Reach the left arm forward, forearm to thigh, fingertips or hand down on the inside. Guide the right hand down, forward, and then nestle the bicep beside the ear as you spin the chest open. Same principle, dig the front heel, hug the outer left hip in. Press firmly into the back foot to shoot energy up through the side waist. Spin the heart open and spark through the fingertips. Take a few deep breaths. Lightening the load in your left hand. Gently guide the right hand back through space. Dig the left heel down, keep the bend in the left knee, and lift up through the torso. Step the right foot forward.
Step your left foot back and drop the back knee. Great. So really press your right heel down, energetically drag it back. And find our twist here. So reach the crown of your head forward in space, hands at prayer. And then twist over to the right, hook the left elbow over the right thigh. So just like in our evolved Trikonasana, find length through the left side of the body. And then with heart, with navel towards the spine, open through the heart. Option to stay here or to tuck your back foot and lift your back knee. If you're lifting the back knee, really press the left hamstring away. Our glutes are very much engaged, so find the sense that your two sit bones are moving closer together. Breathing into the back cavity of the lungs. And bring our hands to the mat. Krissy and I like to spice up, jazz up the Ashtanga sequence with some fun transitions. So we're going to do a jump switch. So you're going to bend through your back knee, really press down through your hands, and you're going to switch your legs in the air so your left foot will arrive in front. And switch. Whee! Yes! Drop the back knee and rise up. Bring your hands to prayer. So finding the sensation that the left heel is pressing down and back. From here, reach the crown of the head forward, exhale, twist, hook the right elbow over the left thigh. Maybe you stay here, maybe you tuck the back foot, lift the back knee. You can create some resistance between the right forearm and the left thigh and pressing to one another, and that can enable you to find a little more twist, but just be gentle. And hands to mat. Step the right foot forward and rise yourself up.
Alright, Prasarita Padottanasana A and C. We're going to step our right foot out, facing the right side of the room. Just adjusting with your neighbour so there's no butt in face action. Slide the tailbone down, broaden the heart and open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Making sure the outside edges of the feet are parallel to the outside edges of the mat. Bring the hands down to the earth. Inhale, take a half lift. Reaching the chest forward, exhale, fold. And walk the hands back only as far as you can keep the heel of the hand grounded. So if you feel the heel of the hand peeling up, just walk the hands a little closer towards your face. Hug the elbows in towards the midline. Feel the shoulders guiding up towards the side waist. And then ensure that the inner foot is weight bearing. There'll be a tendency for the outer foot to take the load. Press down through the big toe ball mound. And then feel into the quality of the pranayama, the breath. Walking the hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, take a half lift. Squeeze the feet to the midline, tailbone reaches back, hands to side waist, heart reaches forward, and then gently lift yourself up to standing.
We're going to do a little flutter of the arms, so reach the arms up, do some kind of flutter with fingers, and then reach the hands behind you. You can make noises too if you like. Interlace your fingers behind you, coming into C, open through the heart, retract shoulder blades, and fold yourself forward. We're working towards bringing the palms towards one another, but they may not come together. That's totally fine. Just send them in the direction of one another. draw the navel towards the spine, lift yourself all the way up, release the grip, hands to prayer, and come to the top of the mat.
Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana A, B, and C. So we're going to start with stork. Draw your left hand to side waist. Cradle your right knee in a stork pose. You can either choose to stay here for all variations we take, otherwise wrap the peace fingers around the outside of the big toe, standing nice and tall through the standing leg. This lifted leg is merely an earring, an accessory that is of little relevance, yeah? So really draw the outer left hip in, slide the tailbone down and start to extend the right leg forward only as far as you can keep the right shoulder back and the left leg straight. Utthita Hasta A. Once you've found your depth, draw the right shoulder back to lift the gaze and heart. Press into the left heel to straighten the standing leg and take 3 breaths. Last breath in. As you exhale, slowly guide the leg out to the side. Once you've found your position, you can choose to lift the hips slightly, and that'll create a little bit more challenge through the left glute. You can stay here or you can guide the gaze over to the left, which is a bit of a tricky one. 3 breaths. Gaze comes slowly back to center, leg comes to center. We're going to release the leg, doesn't matter how high it is, but keep both legs straight. Utthita Hasta C, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Imagine a gust of wind. Inhale. Exhale 3, lifting that leg. Inhale. Exhale 4. Stand nice and tall. And release. Woo. Give the legs a little shaky, shaky, and come straight into the second side. Alrighty, stork. Strong through the standing leg, draw the outer right glute in, and feel the top of the left thigh move down, yeah? At the same time, hug that right hip in. Either stay here or peace fingers. Find the same variation that you found on the first side. As you settle into stillness, allow yourself permission to fall, yeah? Just makes the entire experience much lighter. Final breath in. As you exhale, guide the leg out to the side. Maybe you lift the hip to draw the outer right hip in firmly. Gaze towards the right. Gently guide the leg back to the midline. Utthita Hasta C, release the foot, point the toes. 5 breaths, inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale that beautiful gust of wind blowing your leg. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Final time, inhale, breath. And lower the foot down. Ooh.
Okay. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh and bend deeply through the left knee. Place your left hand to your left outer hip and your right hand to your right butt, and then draw that right butt up. Christian taught me this one and I love it. It feels so good. So send the sit bones back. It's like you're going to sit on a chair. Just be aware of what's happening with the neck and the chin. Allow the back of the neck to be nice and long. Deep breaths. And let's bring that right knee back to chest. And release it. Other side. Left knee to chest. Cross left ankle over right thigh. And bend deeply. Sit back. Right hand to right hip, left hand to left buttock, and you're lifting that left buttock up. Pushing your right hip in. And lift yourself all the way up. Hands to prayer.
Right, Surya Namaskara A. Hands reach beside the body, palms forward. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Adho Uttanasana, reach the heart forward. Exhale, any flow that feels conducive to support. We'll meet in a down dog. Again, grounding through the left, heel step the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1, reach the hands high. Bend into the front knee, an energetic squaring of the pelvis towards the front of the room. And then a reach out of the lower back by sparking through the fingertips. Vira in Sanskrit means courageous. Bhadra means noble. So we're embodying the archetype of a warrior whilst finding a fearless nobility. One more breath in. One more breath out. Gaze high. Spin on the feet. Vira 1, facing the back of the room. Maybe adjusting the feet a little bit. Settling into your breath. Let's just breathe here.
You're going to find warrior 2, so you're going to walk your right foot a little wider. Virabhadrasana 2. Back foot toes are slightly pigeon-toed, it's a really long stance. Gaze, drishti point is over the front middle finger. Your left hip moves slightly back and your right hip moves slightly forward. Straighten through that left leg. We're just going to pivot towards the front of the room, so finding warrior 2 on the opposite side. And we move the hands either side of the front foot. As you do, release the back heel. Chaturanga. Your back bend. We meet back in down dog.
Should we guide them through to a seat?
Yeah.
So from downward facing dog, we're going to come through most supportive variation of a jump through. So rising up onto your toes, bend your knees, look between your hands. Step on top of your right foot, halfway between your feet and hands. Draw your thigh towards your chest, rounding the spine, pressing the hands. Cross your ankles. Keep the thighs towards the chest, scoot the feet forward 1. Thighs towards the chest 2. Thighs in, flex the feet. Ooh, girl. Woo. I'm going to adjust the blinds just a little bit for us seated. Otherwise, you're not going to see the beautiful Chels at all.
I'm just pure white light.
She's just pure white light. Do you want to set them up for the pose whilst I'm doing it?
So we're going to Dandasana. So bring your hands either side of your thighs. Feet flexed. Now your hands might not come all the way to the mat like mine, and then just pretend, press them down or come to fingertips. Feeling your sit bones in the mat, pelvis is ever so slightly tilted forward. And then jut your chin forward and then squeeze your chin in towards your chest. the head.
Alrighty, Paschimottanasana, reach the hands high. Fold over the legs. So you can choose to catch the calves, the ankles, or the feet. We're just taking one variation of 5 breaths. So I want you to find a forward fold that feels supportive for you. A gentle pressing down of the heels into the mat and a slight lengthen of the heart forward can just help to find a quality of support in your forward fold. As you inhale, dig the heels down, lift the chest. And as you exhale, draw the lower belly in and slowly lift yourself up to seated Jana Shirshasana.
Bring your left knee in towards the chest and place the inner foot to the inner thigh. So Jana Shirshasana is a forward fold and a twist. So we're just going to come into a variation that helps us find that twist. So hands come to frame the front leg. Find some length through the spine, and then as you exhale, twist your torso more towards that extended right leg. And feel that your left kidney wing is moving towards the leg. Find some more length here, and fold yourself forward. Now you could rest your hands on the mat, calf, or you could grab hold of your left wrist with the right hand. Find a grip that feels comfortable. Inhale, find length. Exhale, wrap that left kidney wing closer towards the extended leg. Yourself up. We'll come to the opposite side, so extend left leg forward, right knee to chest. Hands come to frame the left leg. Find length, inhale. Twist towards the leg, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grabbing hold of whatever is available and comfortable. Perhaps you grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand on this side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, wrap the right kidney wing down towards the left leg. Gently release, lift yourself up, extend both legs forward.
Alrighty, we're going to come into Navasana boat pose. We're going to do 3 variations today. Traditionally you do 5, it's just a bit full on. So we're going to take our knees and bend them, rest your little toesies on the ground and catch your hamstrings. I want you to find a gentle rounding of the lower spine, but then a lift of the heart up. Draw the navel in. Now you may stay here for 5 breaths or lift your feet to the height of your face and flex your toes. So your big toenail is in line with your gaze, your eyes. You can reach your hands forward here and stay, or work to extend the legs, full Navasana boat pose. 5 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Slightly inner spiral the legs, inhale. Exhale, 2, lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, 3, energy through the backs of the legs, inhale. Exhale, 4. Final breath in. Cross the left ankle on top of the right. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Now try to keep that with the abdominals. Press the hands to the earth, lift the butt, press the heels down. Maybe lift the heels. And then come down. Nice. Second variation, toes touch down, hands to hamstrings. Lift to your variation. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Find length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, four. Broaden the chest, final breath in. Cross right ankle on top of left. Press hands down, lift butt. Maybe lift feet. Ooh, girl. And then lower down. Last variation, toes down, hamstrings. Find your flow, find your length. 5 breaths.
Find your shape.
Find your quiver. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. Cross left over right. Press hands down, lift butt. Let's take a little flow. So you can either walk your hands forward or you can scoot your legs through and jump back. Let's do a cute little chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, we're going to jump through either the supported variation or jump to crossed ankles. Flex feet come through.
Like asana. It's going to feel really good after that. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Interlace your fingers and wrap your interlaced fingers in front of your toes. Find some length through the spine here as you inhale, and then allow your spine to round forward as you exhale. You are also welcome to sit yourself on top of a prop, maybe a block or a book, to lift the pelvis. Being present to the sensations. We can feel the immediate effects of the asana at this point in class. The heat. Sometimes there's a feeling of tingling. The breath is a little different. Be curious about your experience. And gently lift yourself up.
Come straight into Upavista, so we're going to face the left side of the mat. Take the legs wide. So if you feel a lot of rounding through the lower spine, you can sit up on a prop or bring your hands behind you just to press the pelvis into more of a forward folding kind of position. Otherwise, if you're feeling quite supple and open, allow yourself to come forward through space. You can rest on the forearms. You can widen the elbows and rest the head on the hands, or if it feels comfortable for you, you can peace grip the big toes and rest the chin or the forehead down on the mat. Take 5 breaths. Guide the heels gently down and slightly back. And then imagine that you are pulling the toes in towards the midline. One more breath. And gently release the toes, slowly lift yourself up. And we'll come to a bridge.
Bridgie, yeah. So bring your feet to the mat, reach your hands forward, and then just come to roll down your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. You're softening the backs of the shoulders and the head on the mat when you arrive. Walk your heels so they're underneath your knees. You're going to make little kind of robot arms here, so bend at the elbows, fingertips point towards the ceiling. Press your heels down, begin to lift your pelvis up. Feel that your 2 frontal hip bones are moving towards your face, and that your sit bones, the bony part of the buttocks, is moving towards the hamstrings, the backs of the knees. There's ever so slight tilt happening in the pelvis. Imagine that you have a book between your thighs. Squeeze that book and lift the pelvis a little higher. And you might even find a little more space by rolling the shoulders underneath you. Open through the heart. And then allow your chin to move a little away from the chest here, so you have some space between the neck and the mat. Gently, gently roll down your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time.
Should we do a wheel each?
Yeah.
A wheel for each of us. Okay, cute. Do you want to do the first one? I like the way you do the first
Okay, cool. So we're going to arrive ourselves back into that bridge pose. So make your little robot arms. I am a robot. And lift the pelvis up. Yeah, okay, that was embarrassing for me. Alright, then from here you're going to straighten your arms and keep them straight. Reach them all the way behind you. Then from here, again, bend them and bring your fingertips towards your shoulders. So I just find that's a really nice way for the shoulders to come into the pose. They feel really safe in the sockets. Press down through the hands and the feet and find an inward press of the inner thighs and the elbows towards one another. So we're squeezing them into the midline. On an inhale, you're going to either lift yourself up to the crown of the head, or you can stay where you are, or you can lift yourself all the way up. Keep that sense of squeezing through the midline and the press of the hands and the feet into mat. We still have that same position of the pelvis that we found in bridge, so our hip bones move towards the face, the sit bones move down. Let's take one more breath here. Chin to chest, roll down through the spine. We'll find a constructive rest, so just bring your feet wide and either give yourself a hug by reaching one arm over the other or just hands to belly.
Coming to our last wheel. So drawing your feet as close as feels comfortable. If you are more open, drawing your feet closer is going to create a more closed shape, which will open more through the front body. If you're less open, walking the feet further away from you will create a longer shape that is more spacious in the back body. Draw your triceps down, palms face one another, lift your pelvis. Lower your pelvis a little bit, and then tuck it under as much as you can. Firming the glutes, press into the heels, hug the midline, and lift the pelvis high as you draw the scapula, the shoulder blades in towards one another, opening the heart. Hands will come down beside your head. On an inhale breath, press onto your head. Exhale, hold, completely relaxing the neck and face, adjust your hands. On your next inhale breath, press all the way up. As soon as you arrive, completely relax your neck and head. Find that same beautiful tuck under of your pelvis, maybe guiding the knees forward for a little more space in the lower back. And then firmly press your arms to straight. So that's the action of opening the chest and shoulders. Press your hands into the earth, maybe even guiding your armpits to shine to the sides of the room so the shoulder blades retract and the heart opens a little bit deeper. Take a final breath in. Exhale, guide the chin to the chest, bend the elbows and come down onto the back. Alrighty, constructive rest. This time you can do it with the opposite arm if you're hugging, or both hands to belly. Noticing what I like to call the residue of your back bend. What is left over after you have opened the front line and supported with the back line? What do you feel? From here, gently guiding your knees wide, so it's like the thighs are kissing the ribs and the knees are moving towards the armpits. Keep the sacrum, the tailbone heavy, so we're still activating apana energy, grounding into earth. And then when you're ready, drawing the knees a little bit closer, rounding through the spine, so forehead towards the knees towards the forehead, tucking the pelvis. Draw the navel in towards the spine as firmly as possible, creating intra-abdominal pressure, which helps to support around the spine. Take 3 breaths, rounding as much as you can,
Exhaling, contracting the navel in towards the spine. And gently release. Viparita.
Karani Karani. So grab a block. If you don't have a block, grab a book. With your feet on the mat, lift your pelvis and slide the block or the book underneath the sacrum. I like to take it on the wide setting, so it just gives the sacrum lots of space. On the higher settings, I feel like it can be a little unstable. You are welcome to stay here or extend your legs up to the sky. And it can be really nice to come into dead bug pose where you reach your arms up to the sky. So we're inverting here, we're getting upside down. It's great for Venus return, so our feet are our furthest away from our heart. And so the heart has to do the most work to pump the blood to the feet. And here the blood is draining down the legs, giving the heart a little bit of a rest. It's also great for lymphatic drainage, calms the mind and the nervous system. We could probably stay here all day, but we won't. We'll bring the feet to the mat, lift the pelvis, remove your prop, and just allow the pelvis to come back to the mat.
It's definitely a Sukhasana fault from us in this house. So just rock yourself up to a comfortable seat. Amazing. Crossing your legs any which way feels comfortable for you, and we're going to come into our Sukhasana fold. As you guys approach a Sukhasana fold, Sukha means joyful, easy, free. I want you to find a variation that allows you to fold forward with ease, whether that's with the support of a block or sitting on a blanket, just allowing your body to move forward. Perhaps that means pressing the hands behind you. As you rest into your Sukhasana fold, I'm going to chant the closing mantra of Ashtanga Yoga, just as a way to allow this kind of inner softening and this closing of the practice before we come into Shavasana. So just allowing the sound to wash over you as you really settle into stillness. Swasti prajabhyaha haraparayam tam yayena magena mahem mahishaha go brahmanebhya shivumastu nityam loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu.
you rest in your Sukhasana fold, notice what you feel through the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Very gently and in your own time, making your way up to a comfortable seat. And slowly moving into Shavasana, final resting pose, coming to lie down on the back. Me and Chelsea usually take between a 5 to 10 minute Shavasana, let's not lie, 15 usually. So we really invite you to create a space that is conducive to stillness, and what we love to do is just to pop on a song that has a duration that we like. So if on any given day that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, giving yourself this space to reside in stillness. We're going to leave the practice here for you to find your own stillness, and we want to thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Draw your hands to heart center, humbly bow your head down. Draw your thumbs between your third eye, between your eyebrows. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute in some way to that freedom and happiness for all. As we bow forward, we say together and to each other, Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining us in the Lounge Room Yoga Project.
Just had to get a little bit of a vocality.
Oh,
Is that even a
we-
word? Vocality? Thanks, Krissy. Love you.